Welcome back. If this video has found your TV screen on the 25th, then I would like to say have a happy Christmas. Hope your day goes well. Bear with me. Anyway, this video is purely about the dooooor. Basically, we've got to put that caravan door in here. I painted it up. That's all ready, prepped. Didn't go so well in some areas because I put a bit of filler over a crinkled surface, but you know how that went. I made this very basic frame, and when I say basic, I mean it couldn't be any more simpler. However, it won't hold. I can tell you that free of charge. I've been down this road before with this particular wood. It's old scaffold board. It's old, it's wood wormed. It's in a hell of a state, but it will work for the job I need it to work for. Because we're losing the essence of the channel. I do a lot of recycling, and a lot of that motorhome has been purchased wood, defeating the object of why I do it. So this time I got no wood. I never went out and bought any deliberately, and I thought this time we're gonna recycle. So this is an old knackered scaffold board like that one that was destined to eventually be chopped up and burnt. However, I've cut it into that. So what I've got left to do now is just to cut those edges. Sorry for the lack of light, but they reckon it's going to be raining now until Christmas, and we need to get a video out, and I need to get this door shut. So put a plastic sheet up. This is the best I can come up with, and yeah, let's see what we can do. So I've drawn out my frame. I'm going to cut that out, but I'm going to cut into that bit there. There's wood behind here, but then I'm going to draw a new line just short of that area, because I'm going to sand that flat, and I'm going to sand all of this right down to the ground, both sides, and I'll put the frame in. I'll glue and screw it where it can, which is like on that one and that one, that one, that one. Can't do that one, I'm too far away from it. Down there, and then we'll put some glass fibre. Oh, that is really bad, that panel. That got really wet. Look at it. That's water. All of it is water. All that white is water that got in the fibres. Chances are, come summer, that's going to peel off, and I'll be redoing that again. Well, because I haven't painted it, I'm not too bothered about it, because what I can do is I can cut it along that edge there, and I'll relay that whole area and overlap it, and top and bottom, and that'll probably come out better than it did before I did it. But due to the fact that people around here are probably fed up with the smells, I will leave it alone for now. The rest of it went okay. So holy bugger, I might make a deadline yet. There it is, it's all screwed and glued, and now it just wants a layer of fiberglass matting. This is going to be the difficult bit. I've got to be so careful how I do this now, because I don't want it raised up over here so it looks like somebody's planted the door. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. There is some high spots on that wood, because of the fiberglass all over the place. This is the way I deal with it. So yeah, there is the rear entry. Ooh, that sounded wrong. Moving on. The glass fibring is done. It's not the greatest, but I think that will do for now. Down here we'll just sand it and get it to feather in on the bottom, the steel at the bottom of that step, so it's not so much of an issue. But that whole roof wall panel, all of that, I think what I'm going to do in the spring is I'm going to cover that whole area, because I think that's going to be the only way that I can neatly blend all of that in, hide all of that, get rid of that. I mean, it's quite atrocious to be honest. And then when we've done that, we'll then seam up the corners along. I don't know what I'm going to do about that edge there at the moment. I'm definitely going to seam that corner up, try and get that to blend in with paint. The same with the other two on that side, and then we're good to go with the woodwork. Got a window to put in the doors yet. I'm half debating about some kind of window on the back. I don't know yet, because I'm not sure how this wood burner and night heater stuff is going to work out. We definitely want that, don't we? So yeah, I guess it's a question of waiting and seeing what materialises. So, well, I'll try and enhance this on the computer so you can see it a bit better. I've just had to go over it with a paint stripper gun to get it to cure, because it's just not curing. And as you can hear, we've got a lot of rain coming down and high wind. I don't really want to leave that up on the fence overnight. A little bit worried about it. So, in order for this to be subject to the wet, I've had to cure it off. It's the same brand as last time, with the same brand of catalyst as last time. I've mixed it with the older stuff I got, but that was so low that I don't think it made a lot of difference, because there's another 4 bottles of that other stuff mixed with it as well. And out of that amount that I mixed originally, I was down to that, and I've now poured about that. So yeah, it isn't the best. So it's just slow to activate. So I've trimmed it as best as I can. All I've got to do now is just run a sander over that area and up there and down there, and hand sand the sides, and then I can throw the door frame in and then work the rest. But I can't put that door frame in until I've had a sanding, and that just isn't hard enough to sand yet. Still sticky. I'll show you this, it's a blooming chilly one this morning. Well, I waited last night for this to go hard and it just would not go. Not properly, not where I can actually get the sand, sand it all down. So this morning I put up, like late last night I put that in, and we established that my fiberglass is too thick. It was 600 if I'm honest. I should have just gone with 300, but we know where 300 goes. Pinprick holes everywhere. So I went for straight 600 because I wanted to use up some of the older stuff, but now I've made it I made the frame a bit small now, because as you can see, it's pulling it tight. Where is the issue? Well, you can see the corners are not filling up, so it's here. Where that transition of curve hits the straight, it's built up on them edges. So I now need to get a belt sander out here, and I need to sand all that back. But my worry was one very expensive Lexus, actually, which isn't parked in the front garden, and dust. Well, the dust is not so much of a problem, because we'll pull our hoover out and we'll plug our hoover into the sander. So we're going to use a belt sander and a flat sander, DA sander, and we're just going to clean up those edges there, try and sort out those edges around the outside here, but most importantly with the belt sander we're going to go into those bits there. So where they go there, that bit up there, that bit down there, they're the areas that need to be trimmed, and then she will fit. And once that's done, that will get glued and screwed in position, and then we will get the door and we will attempt to put the door in. At some point though, I will have to renew that seal, because it's hard in places and it's not in the best of condition. Unfortunately though, nor is the door frame. It's not as good as it should be. Ideally I will look for another door at a later date, because we have other things to worry about at the moment, like interior walls. We've got our work cut out in the new year, guys, I tell you. Oh boy. So once I've got that door on, I am going to leave the plastic on, but I'm going to slide it right over, strap it down at the front, and the reason for that is I want to try and get the water off that upper lip, and I want to try and get the water away from that. Purpose being, is we haven't sealed that in properly, obviously, and when we altered the window, now the water builds up at that point instead of running straight down into the next point. Even though I sealed up the frame inside here, I didn't seal up that gap there, so it's building up and is coming through. Not helped by the fact that the windows are on a lean, right? These windows, I think anyone who knows anything about these windows, they need to be dead flat. They just don't work otherwise properly. And I knew that when I put that in, but I knew also that adding extra holes for drainage would be fine. I did do that on that one, but I didn't seal it up on that joint. That's where I went wrong. That one is leaking at the top because when I pushed it in, it wouldn't fully compress down against the woodwork. So I've just got to run a bead of sealant around the top just to fill it in, and that will resolve that one. That one don't leak, funny enough. So I know we can do it. Right, it is sanded as far as I'm going to take it. There's a little bit of a lip and a ridge there. I ain't bothered too much about that. I was already planning to put a guttering around it. We've had to sand a little bit more out of them, but again, it don't really matter. We went through there. Down there could do with some more sanding, but we can do that at a later date. We don't need to worry about that at the moment. Son of a bitch. Oh, you idiot. So we're done. It's in. It's square. It's messy. These old numbnuts here went and put it in the wrong way round. Don't ask. One of them things with me, I'm afraid. So we'll get some white spirit ordered today and we'll clean that all up. Next thing is the actual door itself, but I need some screws as well. So I need white spirit, probably another tube of sealant and white spirit. And we'll be good to go. Can't wait to get paint on this. It's going to look absolutely awesome. Hate that word. Blank them off at some point as well. That's probably not going to go very well. I'm best off probably cutting all the fiberglass out that I've added to this outside edge here, and then putting the wood on and then re-glassing back over and just ignoring what I've done. I mean, technically we could make a locker out of it, but I'd have to order something to fit. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Finished for 2024, but I'm not. I've got that in, that's done. I'm quite pleased with that. And the door is done.
I ain't sure, but I think the sealant might have gone through the... There we go. I'll leave that open for the moment. Right, it'll be a little bit too good. Anyway, the top half of the frame had to be pulled out for the simple reason the door wasn't pushing up there hard enough. The trim I bought don't fit, and it don't have any of the sticky back tape that was advertised. I'm furious about that. Friggin' Chinese chumps. So I'll be contacting them and demanding a money back on that one. You know it won't happen. So yeah, we are effectively finished of sorts, because what I want to do is get in here and sweep up and hoover up and get this thing dust free, because that fiberglass dust, it's really, really itchy. And before I start any work, oh, I even sealed up those two ends on that as well, but I don't know if that's going to do me any good or not. So yeah, good sweep out, good hoover. We got the door. I'm sorry, I'm being a tit. I'm happy because I've hit a bloody deadline for once. I said to you and everybody else that this would be finished, the outside would be finished before Christmas. I have finally hit a bloody deadline. I think we better rope that down. I had to detach it. Ooh, look at that breeze. So yes, I'm going to hoover out now. That's something I'm not going to bother showing. Okay, so tidied up. We've all seen that. So we need a dehumidifier in here now. Good sanding, glass resin the floor, so I can put a lino down, maybe even seal the edges as well while we're at it, and paint up the metal, which is a bit rusty. And go from there really. Just thought I'd show you now I've cleaned. Everything's, well, as clean as I can get it at the moment anyway. There we go. About the best this is going to get, if I'm honest. Oh, that damn door's moved. I actually pushed that out on that corner, but it's moved back in again. That one hasn't, but that one has. Oh well. I've got the lock on a bit wonky, but what I am planning to do with that door, possibly, is... Hello, who's in love with who down there then? Is make up a fiberglass cover for the bottom half and the top half, so we've got pouches and stuff. And I still stand by what I said about making the bathroom door swing over as an additional lock, which I think will work really well. And we also need to put 2 extra locks on this as well, so there's going to be a secure lock at the top and another secure lock at the bottom. It's the best I can do with that. It's not the best of doors. I'm grateful for the door, but it isn't the best of doors. I've had better, but I ain't got the money for a top end one, top of the line one. That's just going to have to do. Right, so that's that then.